What sort of action will you take?
The same action that had been planned. The animals shall leave and retreat into the forest. The crops shall wither and fail, as civilization is wont to do. No leader who serves the Lich King by being undying and violating the natural course of life shall hold any power. Or perhaps you, in your absence from the forest, have forgotten the druidic tenets. Perhaps you don't actually care. Perhaps you think that being undead is all right, and that it isn't a violation of the natural order.
I certainly do not.
No, it certainly sounds that way. You are dismissed. I have no interest in a civilized servile like yourself.
Sorry, Sir Ajax, I don't mean to intrude, but isn't it a bit strange to punish Foghaven by effectively eliminating all their food sources, considering I don't think undead actually eat? Wouldn't it just hurt the
rely
normal
on
people?
power. She is clearly an infiltrator of sorts. She will be starved out. Or rather, her power starved out.
Something to take note of is, if the town
I said you all were dismissed. I have no interest in listening to your paltry, pathetic excuses. We will handle this situation our own way. And the High Druid and peers among my people were unwise to even think of asking an undead hunter for assistance. Goodbye.
And if we deal with Arcelia ourselves, will you still starve the town?
There will be no need if the undead threat is handled.
Good. And Fargus will turn around and leave.
Ajax looks a bit perplexed. Says nothing.
Hiram shakes his head at this point.
Oh, Druid.
He told the others that this would happen.
Ajax.
No matter how much we did, we'd always press for more.
Killing the town would still cause more undead, didn't it?
Killing the town leader, killing all the town guard, removing the town from the border of the Wildwood. It's all on a line. He's gonna see how far the others want to go with it before then.
Ajax favors another disparaging look at Dwohurim. Do you have something to say by chance, Dwarf? Or will you keep your tongue bit as you depart, my land?
Yeah, at this point, I think we are beyond words. Two people trapped in each other's realms, both knowing that violence would only escalate the situation further and cause unnecessary harm to innocents. Perhaps I'm the only one of us who care. Sort of take his leave. Oh, yes, and your apprentice, the murderer, have been put to justice.
Splendid. Thank you for your assistance, Dwarf.
Here, please. Yes.
Also, when Ajax says this land belongs to him, yeah, Fargus sort of mutters and seems really angry at that. I forget.
Ajax looks very pleased that you're leaving.
Of course he is.
All land belongs to him.
But for druids, does anyone
just live
truly?
in them for now.
But but for druids, can you truly own living creatures?
No, you can't, and that's the point.
He owns the land. That's it. He didn't say anything about the creatures.
He doesn't. He doesn't own the land.
Well, I mean, that's certainly one opinion. Yeah. And he gave his opinion.
You can't own land.
But you spared him. You caused this. The blood is in your hands. But, you know.
Look passive-aggressive. You can't have it both ways. You either want to fight him or you don't, Manaki.
If we fight him here...
As long as I'm not the one instigating the violence.
It's going to say that to Dwohurim. If we fight him here, we fix one problem in the short term and potentially start a war.
I have not said we should.
Good.
We could have before.
Let's leave.
But now we're too far in. We'll go and war on Ascelia, and then we'll take our leave to To Newport, I think.
No, I don't think so. If it's
Well,
the
then,
only way to stop
we are at an
war, we'll have
impasse.
to deal with Ursilia.
But she will deal with this best, I think.
What?
Yeah. She's done what has been best for the town many times before. She will most likely do it again.
She won't be able to. This town
Why
has
not?
been hurt. Because this town has only been hurt by the bandits stealing all the food. They won't survive.
So we can bring it up to her.
I would rather dispatch of her, actually. She is undead after all.
How about I give you folks a few minutes to consider the situation? I'm gonna step away from my computer quickly.
Alright.
I think I might actually just rather kill Ajax.
I do not want to fight her. She has done nothing that seems abhorrently evil or wrong for the hundreds of years she has existed.
Apart from brewing the mind-controlling, addicting drug,
I mean,
making
It's
undead.
she hasn't brought it upon anyone who didn't pretty much literally ask.
How do you know? How do you know that? Maybe she forced all the guards to take it.
you know,
Maybe she donated candy to orphans. Who knows?
Maybe
You know-
Ajax did. I know
Maybe
he did
Ajax
some pretty bad
donated
shit.
candy to orphans.
Leon has been trying to work out what Asilia's been doing. I can tell you that purple liquid was not for mind control originally.
No.
Well, what
That was
it for?
that was her project, not for that, but her meth. That is, however, she's managed to stay alive, make herself undead and alive for this long.
That seems. I mean,
That is their main purpose. I don't know how it works. I have no clue there. But
so let's say we kill Asilia. Best case scenario: the town hates us. We have to run away because everything is going to shit.
It erupts into violence, yeah, and like riots and mob rule.
Us having
So-
to run away is kind of fine compared to all of the town
Hundreds of
starving.
people dead, sprawled in the streets.
Why would hundreds of people be killed?
Because their leader just died. I mean, we could kind of talk to the senators and get a senate
House.
going. But we'd have to
Senate-
basically expose Asilia for this all to work.
Hello,
Yeah, we
Senate,
need
want
to have
kill
some sort
everybody.
of dispel thing.
well, the Senate has no power because the town voted them out.
The town
Yeah.
doesn't want them.
Yeah,
They
don't.
want her, and
Do-
they know that she's been living for hundreds of years. They know that that's kind of suspect. They know the aura she has.
Yeah, do we have anything that can dispel something? Or can we get anything that can dispel something?
Not on that level.
I don't really see reason to. I don't agree that we should fight her. She's in the right here. She's done nothing wrong. He just wants to kill her for what she is.
Yeah, the thing
I'm
is,
dead.
the thing
Like someone
she
hating
is,
foxes and wanting to kill all the foxes in the world.
Nah, it's not the same.
the thing she is doing is inherently evil,
Yeah.
but she has not done anything evil in that regard for a long time, if at all, because
It's bad methods for good actions.
it's the means justify the ends. That's what she's doing. She
If-
wants to live
if
long, so
the-
she's going to use necromancy.
If her brew truly was mostly just made to extend her life, the undead part of it might even have been accidental at first.
We don't know.
But let's say we just decide, fuck it, Ajax is the real enemy, let's kill him. We kill him, the Archdruid is going to hate us and attack the town anyways.
We don't need to
And
kill
that
anybody.
will
We can
start a
leave.
war.
On the other hand, maybe we have some favor from helping out in the forest. Still,
We've done
We did-
everything else they've asked for. That's why they're pressing us this hard now.
Also,
He knows he can make people cave with threats of violence.
Also, that's probably metagame knowledge, since I don't think Thomas would know that. If the Archmage's wards are failing, then antagonizing the Archdruid might not be the best idea.
Yeah, no, we should leave. Let them
Just
deal with their
leave.
own shit. Yeah. Go tell Asilia. Then she'll do whatever, she's done what's best for the place, for hundreds of years. and then we go away. If she makes a war happen, that's certainly not in the best interest of her or the Druid or her pure city, because it'll be smashed
But this
pieces
is the
before
interest
anyone
of
else
the
can
Lich King.
react.
You know, I like that idea. We confront Asilia, and if she's like, no, I don't care if the citizens die, I will live forever, ha ha ha, then we can just kill her. But if she's like, you know, that's bad, let's ally up and kill the druid, then we can maybe just help her.
No, we can just be like, yeah, actually that would be bad because I'm associated with I should leave.
Well, you are.
But
I guess you could, but still imperial people.
Just saying, the whole like I'm going to live forever. If Leon's thoughts that he can feel her aura waning is true, that'd be very odd for her.
Yeah, it does seem like she's gonna die soon.
It seems more likely if we confront her. It's possible she might even like, okay, to protect the town, I'll move out.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I don't want
I
to
have
just
returned.
leave. I don't want to just leave.
No, we
Me neither.
tell her and then we leave.
No.
It's the best, least lethal course of action.
We confront her, we tell her, we ask her to do whatever it takes, and then we act based upon her reaction. If she's
What-
like,
As
oh,
long,
you
as long as that's not
fools."
like, well, I'll have to think about it, and we're like, we will murder you. Because I'm not in for that. I'm not into that.
It's
Well, the
not
thing is,
murder if
I
she's
don't-
You don't have
undead.
to kill anybody. We can tell her and go to Newport.
It's
We
not
don't
murder if she's
have
undead.
we don't have to deal with it.
We can't just leave.
No,
Can't
Why
just
not?
give up.
can't.
It's like
We're not
we've been
giving
doing
up.
all. It's basically giving
Kind
up.
of are.
No,
It's like fuck this,
saying
we're
it's-
leaving.
No, that just means that the situation is as good as we can make it.
But it's not.
Two people hate each other, and
If
they're
we
each in
kill
their own
Ursilia,
little
then
place.
people will hate us, but no one else, and everything will be fine.
No, it will not.
Yeah, it will.
If we go up and kill like a city leader and like a popular city leader in the empire, I don't think everything will be fine.
Well, we
How
can,
about we
can certainly
confront-
prove afterwards that she was a necromancer.
How about we just confront her and then make our decision based on what happens then?
I agree.
Because maybe she'll have some kind of cat to put at the back.
Sure. What do you think, Gryph, by the way?
So the options are walk away, kill Ajax, kill Ursula, or we talk to Ursula and base our actions on that. Of which, of the 4 actions, only one of them involves Ajax.
We could kill them
Or
both.
kill them both. Yeah, kill
Fuck
Ajax.
this
I mean,
idea.
We are the enemies of the Empire and the Druid. We'll take all the hate and then we leave and join the orcs or something.
So
Also make
basically,
a suicide
become-
pact, and yeah.
So this becomes a good guy campaign to a bad guy campaign.
No,
No, we're not bad guys.
No,
We just
we're
join the orcs
killing all
to
of.
bring blame to them.
We're
Oh, 'cause
basically
we're
the.
Batman.
Oh no, we could be the A team, wrongly like committed, and we escape prison and save people by building contraptions out of wood.
Well,
I could do that.
But on a more serious note, I think the best course of action is to just confront her and see what happens, and then we can always do things. Maybe she attacks us, and that would make killing her so much easier.
But
For me-
if she attacks us, then we have our solution. If she doesn't attack us, then we'll see.
So are
I
we
am
just gonna-
personally okay. I'm personally leaning more towards the option of going and talking to Ursula and then basing it on that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the option I'm leaning towards. The killing Ajax, it's basically I'm seeing that as we've already delved too far, and Manaki raises a very, very good point that do we really want to piss off the Archdruid when we are all Archmage allies and we kind of want to smooth over territory a little bit between the two of them? So we've done a few favors in an attempt to, smooth out the roughness. They're antagonizing Hurim, but I'm impressed that he's not shot Ajax, which is a sign to me of shit must have happened between Ajax and Lord Iritor. So that option is out. We're not going to go kill Ajax in Tempus' mind. which then realistically he doesn't want to leave straight away. He wants to figure out what's going on with Ursula. So go to Ursula, dialogue, figure out what happens from there. If we just want to go, you fight amongst yourself. I mean, this is a neutral situation. It's a bit of a standoff. You know, either you got to fix things or leave. You know, because you're gonna be starved of your power. To Ursula, so that might force her hand to act. You know, undead. Not a fan of undead. Tempus being a construct, he doesn't like things that move and they're not natural. You know, the undead, they're not natural. Being built, no, that's natural.
More so.
Folding up into my bag is clearly natural.
Exactly. We're an entire race. The undead, they're just reanimated. They're an abomination.
You can
They're not
build flesh
created.
golems as well. I mean, they're both, right?
Flesh golems is the grey area. You know, that's kind of it's currently it's in the politics. You know, they're trying to get rights, but people are repressing them. It's like, are flesh golems undead? They're corpses.
No, they're constructs. They're not
Yeah,
undead.
that see
They're
exactly.
constructed
You
from
know,
dead flesh.
that's the politics of it all. You know, it's there's huge debates going on within the Forgeborn trying to accept the flesh constructs into them. You know, like to accept them into society, and it's been going on for hundreds of years.
All right. In that case, will the group then, at the very least, be heading to Foghaven, back to the town hall then?
Yes.
Okay. You can transition yourselves, put your tokens on the Foghaven Town Hall map in the southern section of it. The walk back to the town is icy, with a cold wind whipping across your skins, of course, as you trudge back, revenge still simmering in Dwohurim's heart. And the words of Ajax basically thundering behind you that the undead problem has not yet been solved. The crow, by the way, does not follow Fargus.
Yeah, I didn't figure it would.
Yes. Arriving back in Foghaven, you folks have no trouble making your way to the town hall, which is, as far as you're aware, is where Ursula Melkor has been holding court. There's not as much activity. Because in all the time it's been since you've last been here, the floors have been repaired and replaced. There's a number of outfitted guards who clearly appear to be like trained professional mercenaries who are patrolling the streets of Foghaven. And entering the main assembly area, you spot a number of like functionaries who are moving around, like scribes, like accountants, that sort of thing, who filling around a bit. But in particular, there are 6 guards, all of them dwarven. These 4 are mooks, of course, because they're square backgrounds, and they stand strongly with warhammers and crossbows. Then you have one back here with another warhammer and throwing axe, and this guy back here with his crazy fucking technology you fucking only felt and don't understand. And
I felt it quite hard.
And sitting in the chair, which reserved for the lead senator, with a desk moved over there. It's an elevated platform area, so basically it covers like her lower body. Is Lady Ursula Melkor, who is reviewing like a number like papers and what have you, and is currently scribing herself, like scribing something down by herself instead of having a scribe. You folks are free to approach. There's like nothing that say that you can't, though. You do attract some attention, particularly Tempus, who whenever he walks in, 2 of the dwarves, these 2 dwarves, like look at each other and then look back at Tempus.
Tempus notices, you know, tips his hood a little bit, and not in hiding, but in a kind of acknowledgement. He counted the dwarf. He like came in the door. He saw the 6 dwarfs, realized, fuck. Okay, play it cool, you know?
Yes, it's also worth noting that these 2 dwarves, by the way, were the ones that you convinced to basically walk away and not help the Whispering Ravager in attack last session.
Leon will note to Tempest, by the way, about the fact that a bunch of dwarves, you know, left to, like, you know...
Hunt you?
Yes, well, you were in my bag.
Why were they hunting me? Did you find out?
Apparently the bounty
Money
has
mostly.
increased.
How much?
700 gold.
700. I need to do better.
Aim for 1,000.
No. Well, it's either I've got two avenues. I can either increase. You know what? We'll leave it. We've got more important things to deal with at the moment, and I'd rather not potentially antagonize these lovely dwarves who are definitely able to hear what I'm saying. And Tempus will just start walking up.
The piercing gaze of Ursilia Melkor lifts from her papers towards the five of you, and she says, "Welcome, welcome. It has been quite a number of weeks since last I saw any of you, let alone all of you, as it were. How have your travels and adventuring fared here around, I imagine, still the town of Foghaven?"
It's been interesting. There's lots of adventures going on. You know, dragons, undead, basilisks, all the kind of fun gallivanting you get when you go through a stony forest and ruins.
The lady gives Tempus a condescending look, and from her elevated position, a brow lifted politely at Tempus.
Tempus is he walks up and he mounts over the edge and he's sitting on the ledge, sort of looking up at Ursula. He went up the podium and he's sitting on the edge of the podium. So, I've heard a few interesting things about you, actually, you know, catching up to speed. And you know, Tempus rests a hand on the podium and looks back.
You'll have to repeat what you said there, Gryph. The Skype call seemed to have died there for a few seconds.
Yeah,
Okay,
and Manaka's gone.
Yeah, and Manaka's gone, yeah.
Alright. Do you want me to wait for Manaki? Nah, I'll just go. So, Tempus had walked up to the podium, and he actually just climbs up over the edge, and he's sitting on the edge. And he's looking at Ursula, and just goes, "I've heard a lot of very interesting things about you, actually, since the last time we met, of which was, you know, downstairs in the prison, you deciding to proclaim about necromantic magic and telling him not to do it again. Quite interesting how you were able to feel that, but then again, you know, let it slide. Magic people are able to sense these things."
In my time!
I was talking.
Shut up and stop wasting my time. Do not come in here with your prattle. I am a very busy leader of Foghaven, and you, by your nature, are allowed to meet with me. Do you have something of relevance pertaining to your adventures?
Yes.
Lady Ursilia, the illusionary blur which exists around her has faded from her face to reveal an angry glare and scowl at Tempus.
Lady Ursilia, if I may. Leon gives a bow of the head.
The look mollifies significantly upon Leon's words, and Ursilia turns to look at Leon.
One of the things we've been doing is trying to seal relations with the Wild Wood, stop anything bad happening towards the town. As such, for example, the basilisk that was released, we slew to help secure relations on the roads going to Santa Cora.
Manaki seems to have having some problems, so we might want to rehost the call.
Okay. Dark, could you rehost the call?
I could.
It's not problematic for you.